Hello everybody and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name's Tandra and today we are doing our Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading. And today's topic are messages meant to find you. This is a timeless reading, so when you do run across this video and feel compelled to watch it, there should be messages for you. Alright, and as usual we have 3 piles for you to choose from. And we've got emojis here on each one to give you an idea of which pile might be the best one for you to pick. All of the cards are picked randomly. I don't have a clue what messages are in them, but I did pick the emojis to put on them. The first pile has positive, the second pile has happy, and the third pile has excited. So whichever emoji is drawing you in the most, or the one that you feel the most akin with or in tune with, that probably is the pile that has messages for you. You can watch more than one pile if you wish, or you can come back some other time and watch a different pile. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Whatever feels right to you is what you should do. We have our tarot cards and our charms that we're going to be using to get the messages. And then we also always like to do our oracle spheres at the end of a reading, where you can pick a yes or no question that you'd like to get an answer to and pick a stand for the answer to be on. So we're going to do that at the end of the reading as well. We would love to invite you to check out our Patreon page. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month over there, and you get exclusive videos that we put up on that. And then we also have a TikTok that we're hoping to really get up and running. I've been having trouble fitting it into my schedule and getting it down. I'm not super familiar with it yet. We've only posted a couple of real small videos, and we're still trying to get that underway, but you can sign up and follow us over there so you can at least find out when new videos come out, because we really are going to work hard at that, trying to get that up and running soon. Alright guys, we're going to give you some time to reflect on the piles, and then when you're ready, there'll be timestamps in the description to lead you directly to each reading. We'll see you there. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You guys are the one that chose the positive emoji. We'll just kind of stick that back here. Alright, let's find out what messages were meant to find you. Let's see what we've got going here. We got the 6 of Wands. We got the Magician. We got the Knight of Wands. Okay. We got the 3 of Cups. We got the 6 of Wands again. I'll put that right over here with that one. We got the 8 of Cups. The Page of Wands. My goodness. The Page of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Phew. Well, first of all, the message that came through really, really clearly, especially with all the Wands energy, is, first of all, there's something you dreamt about as a child. Something you were really passionate about. Something that really meant something to you. I'll tell you the energy I'm getting. I had a nephew who, when he was young, for quite a few years, he wanted to be a fireman. He got a fireman's jacket and wore it everywhere. He would hang out at firehouses and talk to the firemen all the time. He was very, very passionate about being a fireman. And some different things happened, and he wasn't able to do that when he got older. It just didn't work out for him. And he wasn't able to pursue it. And that's the energy that I'm getting for this reading, is that there is something that you just truly loved as a child. You really, really thought about it a lot. It's something you really wanted to do when you got older. It meant a lot to you. It could be a traditional type of thing, like being a cop or policeman or a lawyer or teacher or those kinds of things. Or it could be something, like being a little bit more famous, like a singer or a dancer, or, those kinds of things. It doesn't matter what it was per se, just that there was something that you were very passionate about as a child and it meant a lot to you, but for some reason you didn't pursue it. Either, circumstances kind of got in the way and you did something easier or different, or some other things happen. You kind of, I don't know. Just somehow, for some reason, you did not pursue that as you got older. And the message is that you should pursue it now, or at least find something that you're just as passionate about to pursue now. Okay? That your current endeavor, probably work-wise, it's ready to move on. You're ready to move on from that. You've learned what you could from it. You've done what you needed to do. You've worked on karmas or whatever else it was is why you were in the profession you're in or in the work that you're doing. And it's time to move on from that and start manifesting the kind of life you would like to lead. Something that you really love to pursue, something that you could get super excited about, something that you could feel very young, and giddy and happy and so forth. That's the energy I'm getting. That's what you need to work on. For some of you, that is a creative endeavor. For some of you, it's just something that you can be just super excited about. Now, this could take some extra schooling or knowledge or other things to do. That is possible. But just know that if you do love it, if it's something that you really care about, if it's something you really like, the obstacles that you see in your way don't have to be obstacles that cannot be overcome. Okay? They might be hurdles that need to be overcome or done, but that doesn't mean they can't be. They are not obstacles that will bar you permanently. There are probably ways to work this out that you can pursue this. Okay? And if you can't, like if the obstacles are really, really great, like let's say you got arrested for something silly and that won't go off your record, so now you can't do whatever it was you wanted to do, because if you have any record at all, you can't do it. Let's just say something like that. Well, either there's a way to get around that, there's some sort of loophole or some other way to fix it, or we're back to finding something else that you're just as passionate about or means as much to you. Because for some of you, like my nephew and the fireman thing, there might be things that cause it to be difficult for you to overcome, or maybe the way things are set out now, you can't find the loophole or whatever to fix. So it's possible that that is the case for some of you. But there is still a profession or a job or something out there that you can be just as excited about and feel just as energetic about. And that's what you should pursue if you cannot pursue the original one that we're discussing. So that message is coming through very loudly, very clearly. You got the Magician card, which is a manifestation card. That means that you can transform your life into what you would like it to be and what you would like to see it be. A lot of us don't believe that. We see certain things happen throughout our lives, and we believe that for some reason, that whatever happens to us, well, that's just, it's my luck. Things just don't ever work out for me, or whatever. And we, for some reason, we kind of get brainwashed to think that things don't ever work out, or we can't ever really have what we want, or life has to be really, really hard, or it's silly to dream because you got to be more practical. We think a lot of those types of things, and that's just silly. There are many, 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 many people in this world that manage to get what they want. They dream it, they work it, they do it, and they go there. It happens to hundreds and thousands of people. It can happen to all of us if we choose to let it do so. If we're not clouded by reality. Reality is what we make it. Reality is what we want to see. Reality is how we perceive things. It's hard for us to know that the world's that way because, when we're born, we're taught certain things by family and friends and, coworkers and other people. And they were taught those things by people a while back, and they were taught by, their people a while back farther, and it just goes on and on and on. The thing is for some reason, that became kind of the standard, and people didn't realize that that's not really the way the world works. I don't know why some people wanted that to be the reality, and they chose to present the world that way. But we've all kind of bought into it. And we need to work together that we can create our reality. We can, as a whole and as a group and as an individual working within the group, change our reality. It can be done. So that's just important to know. That's something for you to think about. Let's look at our charms. Let's see if there's any other messages that come through, or any, advice or other things about this that might just reinforce this. A lot of times the charms do. It just depends. So let's see what comes through here. Okay. Not a lot of charms, but all right. We have the number 2. 2s can quite often mean partnerships. This might mean that you need to look for somebody to help you along in this endeavor, or partner up with somebody for this. That's a possibility. We do have the owl, and I did say that maybe some more study or some more information might be important in this, so that's something for you to look at as well. We do have the unicorn. I see that as, following dreams and magic and those kinds of things. We have the letter Q. Now that's really intriguing. If you know anything about Star Trek, which quite a few of you may not, and some of you may, there was a character on Star Trek called Q. He was part of the Q Continuum, which was a group of beings that were so advanced, they basically can make pretty much anything happen. Snap of the fingers, you could be in a whole different place, or they could turn you into whatever, or it was almost like magic, but basically they were so advanced that they were, they lived forever, and they, and the Q person used to go around and kind of, he got bored easy, so he'd play around with the humans and, and mess with them, and, send them off different places, or change them into other things, or, put them in weird situations, or do whatever. But the point is he can make anything happen. And that is really cool for your reading, because that just shows you have this ability. You have that magician manifestation ability that you can make anything happen. So there you go. We do have the ribbon here. I see that as hope. I also see that as perseverance. There's a lot of people who wear those ribbons, or who have different color armbands that mean, I'm going to keep fighting, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to keep doing it, no matter what's thrown at me. So I really feel like that is part of the reading as well. We have the Pisces symbol. And in your case, the Pisces in astrology is the 12th house. And the 12th house deals with mysteries. It deals with a little bit more unusual things like psychic ability, and things that we consider kind of unusual or different, mysterious, because they're from the deep oceans, and so forth. And it deals with unusual type of energies. It deals with tapping into spirit and higher realities and so forth. And I think that that is meaningful for your reading, because tapping into your spiritual abilities, tapping into spirit's strength, like I said, as a collective, we can make things happen. If you've ever heard of prayer groups, basically a bunch of people get together, or they decide to, prayer on a certain thing. And what that does is that taps into the collective energy. It's usually to help heal somebody or help somebody get better or whatever. But basically the idea is if enough people tap into the universal energy about the same thing, they can quite often make things happen. It's that energy flow into that can cause it. And so I would say for some of you guys, tapping into that collective energy could be something very good for you to help you work on manifesting this thing into your life, or doing this thing. I kind of got that, feeling almost from the beginning, is that, tapping into the collective might be useful. So that's something for you to think about as well. We do have the elephant, which, I think of strength, I think of family, I think of, well, I don't know, you even think of elephants almost as being, wow, they're super smart, they're, I don't even know, I get a feeling that some of you guys might think of an elephant in a certain way, so I'm going to kind of let you guys do that. We also have the diamond. That can mean diamond in the rough. That can mean that, you just need to work at it and be perseverance. Enough pressure gets put on carbon, it turns it into a diamond. Or it could also mean doing very well, riches, kind of coming to you from this. So there's kind of a double meaning there for that. Let's do your our oracle spheres. We have 4 different stands. We have bronze, gold, purple, and silver. You decide which one you want to get an answer on. You think of a yes or no type of question, and then we'll go and we'll get your answers for you. All right, so number 1, bronze. Oof, sorry guys. I don't have much room after I get it in my hand here. All right, number 1, bronze is a yes. Number 2, gold is a not sure. Number 3, purple's a no. And number 4, silver, is a not now. Now remember, these are based on the current energies and how the question was phrased and other things, so anything can happen. That came to me when I was doing the oracle spheres, and I think that's a very important message for your reading. Anything can happen. Things can change up. The not sure often means that the answer can't be known, because some things need to play out before it'll happen. So basically anything can happen. A lot of things will change. A lot of things will happen, and I thought that was a very important message for you guys to get from this reading. All right, I appreciate you guys being here very, very, very much. Don't forget to check us out on TikTok, Facebook, and Patreon if you'd like to sign up over there. We are giving away free personalized readings for people who sign up on Patreon at the moment. So if you would like to get a personalized reading and check out the videos on Patreon, we'd be happy to have you. All right, we look forward to seeing you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading on what messages are meant to find you. So there's going to be some messages here meant to find you. Remember, this is a timeless reading. You guys are the ones that chose happy as your emoji here. So let's see what messages we've got going here. All right, we got the Queen of Cups, the Sun card, the Lovers. Okay. The Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Empress, the Queen of Swords, and Temperance. Okay. Well, one of the messages that's coming through is, first of all, I believe this has to do with your emotional life. It has to do with your feelings, your emotions, your love, things like that. Not so much your career and finances, although things might work out very well for you in that regard, which would help. A lot of times if things are going well for us financially or whatever, it makes other parts of our life easier. But anyway, there's a 2 or 3 different messages that are trying to come through at the same time. So I think there's some messages for some of you and some for others of you. So there's different ones of you watching. And so they're trying to say different things, okay? So kind of bear with me here just a little bit and see if we can kind of untangle the messages a little here and see if we can figure out what we're trying to get across, okay? Oof. Oh, at my face. Okay, first of all, this has to do with your love life or a lover or a partner or somebody like that, okay? There are different messages here because some of you have partners and some of you don't. So the ones that have partners, the message is you should do your best to try to get away and rest with your partner, take a vacation, spend some quality time together, go out and I'm trying to think how to put it. Like I said, go on vacation. Spend some time together, spend some quality time together. It's very important that you do so. Okay? So if you're in a relationship, it's very probable that right now you guys are not spending a lot of really good time together. You're probably each doing your own pursuits. You're probably working really hard, doing other things like that. And you're not spending as much attention with each other as you probably should. Okay? That's the message, the feeling I'm getting for those of you that are with somebody, is that you are letting life's daily business kind of get in the way of your relationship. And that getting away together for a little while, either you don't have to actually leave the house, but just getting away from the daily obligations and those kinds of things. If you can do that, if you can spend some quality time together, resting, relaxing, connecting with each other, that's very important right now and something that would be very useful for you. I believe that message is from most of you guys. I believe most of you guys probably have a significant other or somebody that's in your life right now. And so I believe that message is for a good portion of you. But there are a few of you that don't have somebody like that in your life at the moment. And the message for you is first of all, kind of be relaxed about it. If you've wanted to have somebody come into your life, you might be thinking about that they're not there, the lack of having somebody, or you might be spending too much time dwelling on it or worrying about it or wishing for it or that kind of energy, okay? And if that is the case, just kind of being relaxed about it, kind of letting it go, let the universe deal with it on its own, kind of just, let's see, how do I want to, try to think of the best way to get this out there. Basically, there's this ritual where there's some different cultures that will take a lantern or a flower or some other symbolic thing and put it on like a river or a body of water and then let it float away. Some people will write their cares or messages on something and have that happen. Some people will, it's done for other things. But basically the idea is you get that out there and then you let it go. You send it out to the universe. And that is the kind of the message that we're getting for you guys with this, is that, okay, yes, you would like to have somebody in your life. Yes, it would be very nice to know when that might happen or have it happen very soon or other things like that. But the best way to have this happen for you is to be very relaxed about it, kind of matter of fact, kind of go on with your life and do the normal everyday things that you need to do or want to do, and just not worry about it. The universe will take care of it. Things will happen in time and when they're meant to. And if you don't spend a lot of time dwelling or worrying or other things, it will happen faster and better for you. Okay? That's kind of a law of manifestation, that if you dwell on the lack of something, or if you pay attention to not having it, you will expand the not having it part, because you're drawing that energy in rather than the energy of what it's like to actually have the person there, or feeling like they're already a part of your life, or that they're already, that energy. You need to switch up the energies. You need to switch up how you're thinking about this so that the universe can make this easier and happen better for you. Okay, so that's the message for those of you that don't have somebody. There's also a message for a few of you, if you've stuck around so far. This is a very, very few of you for this message, and you'll know who you are. If you're not in a relationship and you really don't care to be, that's fine. The universe is letting you know that if that is truly what you wish, that you can be truly happy that way, and then that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with you for not wanting to be in a relationship. There's nothing, that should stop or hinder you from living your life the way you would like and enjoying yourself and doing very well that way. Okay, so that is a message for a very few of you. To let you know that you don't have to want a person in your life. You don't have to need somebody else. You might change your mind down the road. You might not. It's okay either way. That's fine. That you can still live your life perfectly happy and fine without it. Don't let society pressures saying that you have to have somebody dictate the way you live your life. Okay? So 3 different messages going on there. I told you there was a lot kind of swirling around there. So let's go ahead and look at your charms in case there's any other messages that you need to know or have going on here. So let's see. Lots of charms. Goodness. Lots of messages. Okay, so there might be different charms mean different things for different ones of you. So let's take a look here. We do have the money bag symbol, and we do have the 10 of Pentacles. And I did say that I do think your financial situation should turn out pretty well. And that's just kind of showing that. You also have the wheat penny, so it's very strong in your reading that financially things should take care of themselves pretty well for you guys. I kind of, didn't say a lot about that because I was talking about the love part of your reading, but that is something for you to realize and know that that things should go pretty well for you financially. And it might have something to do with a partner. It may not. Since your reading was so heavily on partnerships and so forth, that just might be what's going on there. We do have an elephant here. They are very good for families and orientations with families and that kind of thing. So if that is something that you're thinking about or want, that can go along there very well. We do have the luxury car, and I did talk about you possibly taking a trip or a vacation or getting away. And I think that that symbolizes that as well. I think that that would be very important for you guys. Now, I think that would help invoke your passions here as well, because we have the dragon's fiery passions. And I think that would help rekindle that and bring that forward for you guys as well. We do have in my heart, so I think that that goes along with that pretty well. We have own your dreams and be you bravely. I like that for the message for those of you that don't really want a partner or that want to go out and do your own thing. Be you. Be who you are. Be what you want to see. This also is a message for those of you who want a different kind of partner than what society or your family or friends or other people are telling you should have. Like maybe you want an older person, maybe the age difference is, quite a bit. Maybe you want a same-sex partner. Maybe you want, I don't know, in some way your partner might be different than what other people expect or think you should do, but that's not up to them, that's up to you. And so the be you bravely and, having them in your heart and all of those things, that's all up to you. Okay? That's what you want and how you want to do things. Also being fearless is part of that. We do have the confident kitty here. I love the confident kitty because that just shows they go out there and they show how wonderful and beautiful they are, and things happen for them. And with your guys' reading, I really see that as being kind of important for those of you that don't have a mate or somebody to be with, and you want to have somebody. Going out there and being you and being who you are and being showing who you are to the outer world and not keeping that cooped up will help attract somebody to you, because it's genuine. That's not fake or false. Okay? We do have the butterfly, and we also have the number 5. Those both indicate change. It might be time for some of you guys to change up how you're doing things or what you're doing. Or, and that's, like I said, getting away with a partner, changing up your dynamic there, getting a new partner, changing that up, not having a partner and changing people's minds about what's right or wrong that way. All that change is very much part of this reading. So, think about that. We do have inspire here as well. So get inspired, be inspiring, whatever can help you along in this endeavor is very cool, very neat. We do have the letter J. That could be an initial. That could be a word, beginning of a word or something like that. So I'm going to let you guys deal with that. We also have the 9 of spades, the 8 of spades. And the 8 of swords is very much a getting out of a trapped situation. You're stuck and don't know how to go anywhere else, or it shows freedom, or facing your fears, or getting control or empoweredness. And I feel like your reading very much needs that because, getting control of your life, getting away from being trapped in the every day, for some of you, or being trapped in your own thoughts and emotions or what society wants you to be in or all of that kind of thing, very much resonates with the reading as a whole for, the different messages that were out there for you guys. And so that's a good symbol that you guys can get away from that feeling and those problems and things. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on to your Oracle spheres. We have 4 different stands. We have silver, purple, gold, and bronze. You decide which one you'd like to get your answer on. You think of a yes or no type of question. And then we will go and we'll get your answers. All right, so number 1, silver, is very likely. Number 2, the purple, is not likely. Number 3, gold, is a very likely. And then number 4, bronze, is not now. So we have a very likely, a not likely, a very likely, and a not now. So there's your Oracle Sphere answers for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to check us out on TikTok and Patreon. We are giving away free personal readings for those people who sign up on Patreon. So you might want to check that out. We would love to have you if you'd like to do that. We would love to see you for other readings and to check out the readings we already have. So we will see you again, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the excited emoji here, and we're going to find out messages that are meant to find you. Find out what you need to have here. So let's see what we've got. We got the 3 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Wheel, the Star, the 4 of Wands, the Death card, and the 9 of Wands. Okay. The reading is a little bit more complicated than the first 2. Okay, well, because first of all, what came through was creativity. That was the word that came through. With the first 2 cards, 3s often denote creativity to me. They also denote communication and that kind of thing. But for some reason, that's the first word that came to mind was creativity. But then you started getting some other cards that started showing some other things. 5 of Swords and the Death card are both change cards. So maybe there needs to be a change that happens here. I'm trying to think of how best to put this. The Wheel card is also a change card. It's also, things changing up from one thing to another. Or, okay, things are going one way, and then when the Wheel card shows up, things will flip or change or go about differently. So you have quite a bit of change going on here. So going along with the creativity and with the communication that we got earlier, I believe it is time for you to change what you've been doing. You do have the 4 of Wands, which is the foundation card. It's coming up with a new foundation, and I believe that that's kind of the message here, is that it's time to have a new foundation for your life, a new thing that you are relying on, a new thing that you are, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. For some reason, your message, I'm having trouble coming up with the right words for it. The words aren't coming as easily as I would like for them to. I've got the energy down, but the words aren't there. Basically, it's time to change up what you've been doing and how you've been doing it to incorporate more creativity, more communication, more spiritual energy as well because of the Star card. And those kind of all go along together at times as well, because we tap into our star energy a lot when we have creativity flowing and when we do creative things. The 9 of Wands coming along here shows me that you've done everything you can do along one path already. And now it's time to change that up and do something different. I think maybe it might be different things for different ones of you, and maybe that's why I'm having a little trouble communicating this. because, you can't be real specific because there's so many of you that need to make this change. And so I think you need to kind of dig deep in yourself and go, what is it that she must be talking about? What is it I need to change to? How do I need to change up my foundation? How do I need to change up what I'm doing, especially in relationship to creativity and communication and spirituality? Kind of those things all grouped together or interlocked with each other. Knowledge is really key and important here with the Queen of Swords, and so forth. So knowledge is very important in this reading. Gaining knowledge, utilizing knowledge. Words again are failing me. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm not used to that being the case. But basically, you need to change up something in your life to incorporate use of your spirituality, your creativity, your communication skills, and whatever you've learned along those lines. So now I'm getting, with that message coming through like that, I'm getting things like maybe it's time that you start practicing astrology or tarot or psychic readings or writing fiction. I don't know, these are all things that are just kind of coming to me. Like I said, I believe that they probably will mean different things to different ones of you. So I guess you just kind of need to go with what resonates here and what you think of when you're hearing what I'm saying in this reading. Okay? But a change is important and needs to happen. And it should do or have something to do with your spirituality, your communication, and your creativity skills. And learning might be involved somewhere, like you might need to learn, like for instance, if it's tarot card reading, you might need to learn tarot card reading, like what's it about and what the cards mean and how to do it and all that kind of stuff. Or if it's another creative pursuit, maybe you need to learn, like if it's painting or drawing or something like that, maybe you need to learn, how best to draw things based on shadows and lighting and other things like that. I don't know. Okay. This is such a personalized reading for each one of you that it's really hard to pinpoint specific messages. You guys are kind of scattered all over. It's all dealing with the change. It's all dealing with creativity and spirituality and so forth. It all has to do with knowledge and learning, but it's so different for every one of you that I can't even really pinpoint, do this, do that. Which makes it a very difficult reading. But hopefully you guys will understand what I'm talking about and something will resonate with you and you'll get it and you'll be able to do something with it, because I'm not used to readings being quite that difficult. We might get some more answers here with the charm, so let's go ahead and do that. Maybe something else will fly through here or be useful with the charms. Okay, we do have a 2 and a 6. 2s are building block energies. They are the builders quite often. They're also coming together and partnerships and those kinds of things. The 6s are very much an energy of helping people, serving people, doing things that serve the community or people, or giving away, not giving away necessarily, but working with people and serving them in some way. 6s are very much that type of energy. They are also a kind of nurturing energy as well. So nurturing people in something could be very important right now for you guys. They are the protectors. They're kind of unbiased. They're, the servants and whatnot. The number 2s are also the peacemakers. They're also ones that try to bring people together. They show a lot of compassion, determination, and flexibility. I'm going to let you guys figure out how that fits into the reading so far. I can see many ways myself, but I'm going to let you guys work that out your own, since you guys are kind of trying to figuring out what this means. We do have the home sweet home. So for some of you, building a home, I did talk about a new foundation. The fours also deal with home and family life and so forth. And so maybe that's what this has to pertain to, is it's time for you to build a family, build your home, start nurturing a family and so forth. That's very possible for some of you that might be the case. We do have the mermaid, which is once again a change symbol. So change is very much a part of this reading. It's a very important part of this reading, where you guys do need to change up. Spirituality is also super important, because we have the star kitty and we have the moon and the star here. So your spirituality or spiritual gifts or other things can be very important in this reading for quite a few of you. We talked about that earlier, but that's just kind of strengthening that. We have a J that could stand for a word, an initial, or anything it might mean to you guys. So, whatever that might mean. We do have an ace here. That's a new beginning and a new start. And once again, it's a spade, so it's knowledge. It's a sword, so it's new clarity, new knowledge, new information, and so forth. And then we also have the arrow here. This just goes to show that you need to be pointed in the right direction, sent off in the right way. So hopefully this reading's helping with that a little bit, sending you in the right direction. All right, let's take a look at your oracle spheres. We have 4 different stands. We have silver, purple, gold, and bronze. You decide which one you'd like to get your answer on. You think of a yes or no type of question, and then we get your answers. So number 1, silver, is a very likely. Number 2, purple, is also a very likely. Number 3 is a not likely, the gold. And then the bronze is a very likely. Okay, so we have very likely, not likely, and very likely. So there's your Oracle Sphere answers for today's reading. Thank you so much for being here and being part of the channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to check us out on TikTok, Facebook, and Patreon. We are giving away a free personalized reading for people that sign up over on Patreon at the moment. So that might be something for you to think about doing. We look forward to seeing you in other videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.